Episode 1. There has been an important development in the gaming industry shortly. VR games that allow players to transport themselves in imaginary worlds fully have supplanted traditional screen-based gaming. But there are issues with this new gaming period as well. There is no shortage of trash games on the market. These are cheap, poorly made games with lots of bugs and technological difficulties. An example of an enthusiastic user of these so-called trash games is a young man named Rakuro, who goes as Sunraku on screen. Rakuro is renowned as a trash game hunter due to his relentless commitment to finishing these glitchy games, despite how annoying they may be at times. It is astonishing how dedicated he is to this strange pastime, but it also affects his mental health. One of Rakuro's classmates, Rei, has a crush on him but keeps it a secret. Though she is too shy to approach him, she admires his resolve and gaming talent from far away. Rakuro, however, continues to live in blissful ignorance of her emotions. Following weeks of heavy gaming and mental exhaustion, Mana, the business owner of a nearby shop, convinces Rakuro to give something new a try. Mana advises him to try a mainstream game that is accessible to anyone and has a high level of popularity. Rakuro decides to explore a new gaming universe and chooses the title Shangri-La Frontier. Rakuro designs a character known as a wanderer since he has a genetic makeup for a particular playstyle. His character Twin Swords, increases his luck, and puts on only the minimum amount of armor, swimming shorts and a bird head mask, instead of armor. Rakuro, eager to get started, chooses to bypass the game's introduction and starts traveling towards Firstcha, the starting town, while battling enemies. Rakuro gains experience fast thanks to his improved luck and experiences the excitement of flawless gameplay. He is quite impressed by how stable the game is and how there are no technical problems. As he advances, he decides to stray from the usual course and bypass Firstcha, making his direct destination the more developed town of Secondil. But there is a catch. The area snake boss, a powerful boss creature that guards the entrance, is blocking the bridge that leads to Secondil. Rakuro charges headlong into the fight, his heart racing with excitement, ready to overcome this enormous challenge. It is during his confrontation with the snake boss that he is put to the test and where the real adventure in Shangri-La Frontier starts. Players are allowed to select any playstyle they like, which is what sets Shangri-La Frontier apart. They have the chance to fulfill their aspirations in this vast virtual world by becoming skilled fighters, scholars, traders, or even farmers. Rakuro will find that this game is significantly more than he first thought, presenting a broad range of options and difficulties as his experiences in Shangri-La Frontier take place. He gets closer to learning the mysteries of this fascinating virtual world with every step. Episode 2. In the anime series, Rakuro's journey is driven by astonishment and discovery as he eventually realizes that Shangri-La Frontier is much more than just a video game. He entered the game at first with an air of comfort and simplicity, believing it to be just another typical gaming session. He had no idea that his explorations of this virtual world would send him on an emotional roller coaster, present him with a wide range of options and difficulties, and finally help him discover the mysteries of the Shangri-La Frontier. Rakuro quickly learns that the Shangri-La Frontier is a complicated and complex world as he sets out on the quest. It is a fascinating environment full of mysteries just waiting to be solved, not just a place where you fight monsters and finish tasks. Rakuro finds himself close to the center of this exciting virtual world with every step he makes, where the attraction of the unknown draws him in. Rakuro faces a wide range of difficulties that go beyond typical combat situations. Rather, he is confronted with a wide array of options that force him to consider his choices and their possible outcomes. These decisions are not always simple to make and frequently call for careful thought. This feature of the game gives it a level of complexity that Rakuro was not able to anticipate at first. Many surprises and wonders await Rakuro as he explores the Shangri-La Frontier. His adventures are not limited to leveling up and gaining power, they also include finding lost wealth, interacting with mysterious people, and discovering long-kept truths. Rakuro is constantly amazed by the complexity and depth of the game, which stimulates his curiosity about the mysterious levels of this virtual universe. Together with Rakuro, viewers are taken on an engaging journey through the maze-like Shangri-La Frontier. It is a world full of unexpected turns and breaks, full of opportunities and decisions that keep Rakuro interested and motivated to keep going. His curiosity is what pushes his persistent desire to understand the complexities of the Shangri-La Frontier, a place where each step he takes reveals more secrets that make this virtual environment so attractive. All things considered, Rakuro's adventure in Shangri-La Frontier is a captivating excursion that surpasses his first anticipations. Rakuro and the viewers are kept captivated and intrigued by the endless possibilities, which are filled with choices and problems. Rakuro explores Shangri-La Frontier, a remarkably amazing and captivating virtual world, with every step he takes as he progresses through its maze of mysteries and surprises. Episode 3. Rei receives the shocking news that Rakuro has arrived in the second city in the game's universe. It is important since they are both members of elite clans that hunt strange animals. The beast Lycagon is the target of Rei's clan. To kill Lycagon, Rakuro launches a furious assault, hitting the monster just where it hurts. However, when Lycagon chews off Rakuro's legs, things take a terrible turn. Hurt, Rakuro promises to find and destroy Lycagon before he goes any further in the game. Despite this terrible setback, Rakuro finds himself cursed by Lycagon upon his rebirth. He cannot wear armor on his body or legs due to this curse, but it also protects him from magic. It is an odd arrangement. In addition, he can only battle enemies tougher than himself at this point, and the game's non-playable characters begin to approach him differently. The problem is that unless a saint lifts the curse or Rakuro defeats Lycagon, it will remain. He is now forced to run about in nothing but his bathing shorts. What a difficult break it was. Then, though, something unexpected occurs. Rakuro discovers a peculiar situation, an invitation to Rabbituza, the rabbit capital city. Unaware that it is best suited for players with a skill level of 80, he chooses to take a shot. He encounters Emil, a white rabbit, in this situation, and she congratulates him on capturing the soul of the Vorpal rabbit. This indicates that Rakuro intentionally chose a stronger opponent, targeting its weaknesses. As it happens, Lycagon's curse on Rakuro is an indication that he'd be a powerful opponent. Rakuro thus becomes the first player to ever receive an invitation to meet Vysash, the Rabbit King. In a brief flashback, we also discover that Rei began the game at Mana's suggestion. To help Rei get closer to Rakuro, Mana had agreed to arrange for him to play as well. Rakuro's journey appears to be just getting started, and it appears that there is more to this game than meets the eye. Episode 4. Rei continues to search for Rakuro in Shangri-La Frontier, but she is unable to find him. Her friend Mana convinces her to keep trying, telling her that Rakuro is probably just being careful. Meanwhile, Rakuro is reading online walkthroughs to learn more about the game. He is surprised to discover that he is the first player to meet Vysash, an NPC who offers him Vorpal training. Rakuro accepts the training and is equipped with a collar that reduces his experience gains by 50% but increases his status gains by 250%. Rakuro is also invited to BERP, an old trash game that is used as a meeting spot for hardcore trash hunters. The invitation comes from his online friend Katsuo, who is confused about why Rakuro is playing a mainstream game like Shangri-La Frontier. Rakuro explains his rivalry with Lycagon and Katsuo expresses interest in playing Shangri-La Frontier as well. Another trash hunter named Arthur Pensilgan is also a fan of Rakuro and considers playing the game. Due to the influx of new players over the summer break, Rakuro decides to temporarily leave the unique Vorpal scenario and focus on reaching the next town, Thirdrima. He brings Emil with him as an NPC follower so that they can teleport back to Rabbituza at any time. However, the fact that Rakuro is traveling with Emil, an NPC that has never been seen before, quickly attracts attention from other players. They take pictures of Rakuro and Emil and ask him how they can get an Emil NPC. Rakuro confirms that weak monsters now flee from him due to his Vorpal training. Rakuro decides to defeat the area boss, Mud Digger, so that he can travel to Thirdrima. However, Mud Digger lives in a swamp which slows Rakuro's movements again. That night, Rakuro has a nightmare in which Emil is revealed to be a demon who eats his character when he logs out. Rakuro wakes up in a cold sweat, shaken by the nightmare. Episode 5. Sunraku and the others arrive in the holy land of the goddess Ale, a vast and beautiful land with lush forests, crystal clear lakes, and towering mountains. They are immediately greeted by a group of knights who lead them to the goddess's castle. Ale is a beautiful young woman with long silver hair and piercing blue eyes. She is also incredibly powerful, as evidenced by the fact that she has been able to keep the Demon King sealed away for centuries. Ale welcomes Sunraku and the others with open arms. She has been waiting for Sunraku's arrival for a long time, as she believes that he is the only one who can defeat the Demon King once and for all. Ale explains that the Demon King is sealed away beneath the castle, but that his seal is weakening. If the seal breaks, the Demon King will be released and wreak havoc on the world. Sunraku knows that he must defeat the Demon King, but he is also hesitant. He knows that he is not yet strong enough to face such a powerful enemy. However, Ale assures Sunraku that he is the chosen one. She tells him that he has the potential to become the strongest player in Shangri-La and that she will help him train to defeat the Demon King. Sunraku accepts Ale's offer, and she leads him to the dungeon where the Demon King is sealed. The dungeon is a dark and dangerous place, filled with traps and monsters. Sunraku and the others fight their way through the dungeon, facing many challenges along the way. They battle demons, solve puzzles, and overcome deadly traps. Finally, Sunraku and the others reach the chamber where the Demon King is sealed. The Demon King is a huge and terrifying creature with horns, claws, and fangs. Sunraku knows that this is the fight of his life, but he is determined to win. He draws his sword and charges at the Demon King. The battle is long and fierce. Sunraku is pushed to his limits, but he refuses to give up. He uses all of his skills and abilities to fight the Demon King. Just when it seems like Sunraku is about to be defeated, Ale intervenes. She uses her powerful magic to help Sunraku defeat the Demon King. With the Demon King defeated, Sunraku and the others have saved the Holy Land from destruction. Ale thanks Sunraku for his help and rewards him with a powerful new weapon. Sunraku and the others leave the Holy Land and continue on their journey. Sunraku is now one step closer to becoming the strongest player in Shangri-La.